Cameron Stewart of Locked On Baylor. Jeff Long's on the College Football Playoff Committee. It's like he is the king of the good old boys. If they had a club, Jeff Long would be the figurehead of it. This guy schmoozed his way into power positions at Pitt as the athletic director in Arkansas. And then at Kansas, hired Les Miles and Bobby Petrino, two stand-up gents that are known for their love for family and America. And somehow, some way, this, I don't know if scumbag is the right word, but it's probably in there. This guy is back. The college football, but this just, we can dive into Jeff Long for a second, but I do want to get to at some point the total incompetence that this displays on behalf of the College Football Playoff Committee, who has appointed the village idiot who has screwed everything up everywhere he's gone to be on their board. And
who had already been on the committee, by the way. Was he the chair when they first started?
The very original chair of the committee, Jeffrey Long, who hired Bobby Petrino and Les Miles.
It's almost like that boss, you get a new boss and they're like, oh, what about this guy? And you're like, no, this guy used to work here. He threatened everybody. Nobody liked him. We had to fire him. Yes, he was threatening to light the business on fire. Let's not. But he's so qualified. Yeah, no, this really isn't a good idea. He's been run out of a couple of places here. Like this is kind of
he was too aggressive for Lockheed Martin. They had to fire him at Lockheed because he was too creative.
Oh my gosh, this is a classic American tale though, like just failing upwards, and you just kiss the right butts and shake the right hands, and you just fail into a board position. It happens with business people all the time. I'll give some credit here. Jim Tressel at Ohio State gets run out in scandal. He's been a university president for like 10 years. He seems to be doing a good job. It's like the best, cushiest job in administration. And he just hangs on to that for the rest of his life. It's like a Supreme Court appointment. And that's what's going to happen with Jeff Long here. Mark my word, he's going to become the chair again.
Oh, gosh.
He's going to work his way to the top again.
No.
There's going to be too many people. Like this whole Big Ten SEC thing is going to get a little bit out of control. There's going to be too many people that are straying too far away from football in their thoughts. And they're like, we need a football guy. Jeff Long has coached football. He knows how to pick football coaches. Definitely knows the ones with the seedy past, so maybe we can avoid them. He's going to become the chair of the College Football Playoff Committee again.
I really wish Jeff Long could be an AD again at a major university and hire Will Wade and just like first move, like, you know what? Dave Bliss is going to be his second in command on
God
staff.
Bless.
Urban Meyer, you're hired as the head football coach.
But only if you're bringing Bobby Petrino with you.
This is just an example of Tiger Woods golf coach. We're gonna put him into the role. This is an example of an administrator who not the greatest guy, just kind of was there long enough, knew the right people, and gets to reap the benefits of that. He said in the press conference when he was at Kansas and had to fire Les Miles for being doing the things that you shouldn't do at LSU. And one of the reporters was like, hey, by the way, nothing you did at Arkansas worked out. All of your hires ended up being, terrorists. What do you? And Long stopped the question. Was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by not successful? What do you? And it was
the fact that you guys sucked at everything.
The reporter said, "What you had a lot of unsuccessful hires." Long response: "What do you mean by not successful?" The guy was like, "Do I need to tell you what Bobby Petrino did? Should I recant those things back to you right now?" And Long responded with, "I've been a football coach for a long time, and that's why I feel like I'm qualified to be an athletic director."
Which is a funny line, by the way, in and of itself. Like, I know that's saying the quiet part out loud, but it's like, I coached a sport. I can overlook all the sports now. I've
qualified, hire me. And now he's leveraged that into a position with that's where I want to go with College Football Playoff Committee, who has once again shown their incompetence. It's like, hey, I don't even care about your politics, but remember when they were like, you know what? Condoleezza Rice. It's like, What?
Everyone
Where does
was
that
like,
even
where
come
is this
from?
coming from?
What does that mean?
Like, there has to be people out there, man. There have to be.
Yeah,
The rest are just like standing ADs. Mac Rhodes of Baylor's one of them. It's like, you can't just find another AD. Like, get the App State guy for all I care.
Or Nick Saban. Just be like, hey, Nick, in retirement, can you meet once a week, 6 weeks out of the year, and just give us? That's great. Yes.
Lee Corso.
Lee, what? Why not? At the very least, he gets to entertain everyone. He's got wheel him out there and be like, Lee, tell us a joke. Not so fast.
He's holding court in the playoff committee, the actual selection. He's just got the mascot heads on.
Speaking of court,
guys, are we going Boise State or Penn State? I would love that, man.
Throw out the whole committee and do Mark May, Lou Holtz,
love this. Yeah.
Reese Davis, and then it really becomes court. I don't remember the name of that show when they would dress up. Was it Reese in the robe, the judge's robe?
Yeah, so it was a segment on whatever college football final.
They had their own show, right? The three of them?
It was like called something. Oh man.
I can't. But make those guys who have all had very vastly different trajectories in their career since that show aired. Have those three guys.
Mark May up to?
Probably just doing speaking engagements across the country because he just kind of can and live off of the ESPN days. That is in essence what the college football playoff committee is doing, is they're showing their incompetence and they're just like, I don't know. we were friends with him when he did this stuff.
Like, yeah, he's been around. Like, that is the thing. Like, right now, what is he qualified for?
Oh, hiring Rick Pitino?
Like, you know what I mean? He hasn't been an AD in 4 years. Okay. He ran out in shame in the last two jobs. Mm-hmm. In 4 years in this era of college football, very different. It's just a weird, like, you really couldn't have gotten anybody else.
I need a documentary. You've seen The Disgraced one. I watched it again recently with Dave Bliss at Baylor, where Dave was like, yeah, Pat Dennehy, stand-up kid, I'm sorry, I repent. And then he looks at the camera and goes, cameras aren't running, right? And they're like, sure, whatever. And he goes, druggie, total druggie. Selling drugs.
No, he really was a druggie. That's how it was. Like,
kid
really
sucked. You don't even know. They all told me he's a druggie. Jeff Long seems like that kind of guy. He'd be like, I've learned, I repent. And then camera goes off and he's like, I think Casey Anthony didn't do it.
Yeah, you would totally be like, but, Les didn't really do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I've known him for a long time.
That's who we're adding to the committee, which is totally terrible. Coming up,
good for college football. I love college football, man.
I can't wait to add SMU to the Big 12. Long time coming, some say. Locked On Big 12, Locked On Baylor. Today's show is brought to you by Upwork. Upwork works for me. And scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more. IT, AI, web development, flexibility with freelancers. Oh, I'm going to hire somebody full-time. Oh, W-2. Upwork helps you find the right talent, freelance, who can work for very, just work in a much easier way. I personally freelance a ton because it's easier on not just the employer, but also kind of the employee. Posting a job is free and simple. Upwork finds affordable, top-tier freelancers to scale my business efficiently. Upwork.com. Post your job for free. UPWORK.com. Upwork.com to connect with top talent and grow your business. Do it today with Upwork.